Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. In this video we're going to look at how to play the bass line to All My Loving by the Beatles, early Paul McCartney tune. This is the second in a mini-series looking at the early work of Paul McCartney with the Beatles. Very straightforward tune, although it's there's quite an up-tempo tune. The bass line is all in quarter notes. There is an underlying swing eighth note pulse, but the bass line just literally plays quarter notes. And there's only 3 sections to learn. There's the verse, the chorus and the guitar solo, and there are some patterns that repeat in each of those sections, which makes it easier to learn. So it's not too hard to learn, quite simple song. Before we get going with the verse, which is the first part of the tune where McCartney comes in, if you're not a subscriber to my free monthly e-zine, click on the link underneath the video, head over to my website, find the subscribe button and subscribe. For the cost of your email address, you get a free monthly tutorial which has both video and PDF elements, notation and tab. Additionally, you get a sequence of 4 lessons as well that again are exclusive to subscribers only, and their video PDF as well. So definitely worth doing. Will only cost you your email address. So go and do that, then come back and let's carry on with the lesson, and let's go and look at the verse. The verse is a 16-bar pattern. What I'm going to do is divide it up into 2 8-bar sections, because the first 4 bars of each of those 8-bar sections are identical. So first I'll play it through the whole 16 bars, and then we'll go through it in 8-bar sections. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the next verse. Okay, so let's look at the first 8 bars. I'll slow the metronome down a fraction, and I'll just play those 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go through those first 8 bars note by note. First bar, so rhythm-wise it's very easy. Everything's just straight quarter notes. There is an underlying swing eighth note pulse, but in the bass line we're just playing quarter notes. So the first bar, you've got F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp. Notes locations: 4th fret of the D string for F sharp, 2nd fret for E, 1st fret for D sharp, 4th fret of the A string for C sharp. The next bar is B, A natural, G sharp, low F sharp. B is the 2nd fret of the A string, open A string, then the 4th fret of the E string for G sharp, 2nd fret of the E string for F sharp. Then the third bar is E, open E string, G sharp, 4th fret of the E string, B at the 2nd fret of the A string, back to G sharp, the 4th fret of the E string, and then the 4th bar is 2 C sharps at the 4th fret of the A string, a G sharp at the 4th fret of the E string, and another C sharp back on the A string. So those 4 bars. Okay, the next 4 bars start off with 2 open A strings, then a C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, then an E, 2nd fret of the D string, then 2 F sharps, 4th fret of the D string, a C sharp at the 4th fret of the A string, another F sharp, 4th fret of the D string, then you've got 4 D naturals, 5th fret of the A string, and 4 B, 2nd fret of the A string. Okay, so those 4 bars will sound like. Okay, then we go on to the second 8 bars. I'll play them through the metronome again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the second 8 bars, the first 4 bars are identical to the first 4 bars of the verse, so I'll just play them. You can get the note locations and the note names from the earlier part of the lesson. Okay, then the fifth bar is identical. The fifth bar, this is the fifth bar of the second 8 bars of the verse. This is identical to the fifth bar of the first 8 bars of the verse, which is 2 open A's, C sharp at the 4th fret of the A string, then an E, the 2nd fret of the D string. Then here's where it diverges. You then go to 2 B's at the 2nd fret of the A string, F sharp at the 4th fret of the D string, back to B, 2nd fret of the A string. Then you've got this arpeggio run down, E, C sharp, B, G sharp, and a stab on E to finish the section. So E is the 2nd fret of the D string, C sharp is the 4th fret of the A string, B is the 2nd fret of the A string, G sharp is the 4th fret of the E string. Then you've got the stab on E, so you'll have to mute the string with either your left hand or your right hand, whichever way you're more comfortable with. So that's the verse. That, after verse 1, goes to verse 2, and then it goes straight to a chorus. So let's go and look at that chorus. Okay, the chorus is an 8-bar section. Play it with the metronome, then we'll go note by note. 2, 3, 4. That goes straight to a guitar solo then the first time. We'll look at that in a moment. Okay, so the chorus, the first bar, you've got 2 C sharps, 4th fret of the A string, 2 G sharps, 4th fret of the E string. The second bar of the chorus, 2 C naturals, 3rd fret of the A string, a G sharp, 4th fret of the A string, another C natural, 3rd fret of the A string. Then 2 E's at the 2nd fret of the D string, and 2 B's, 2nd fret of the A string. 2 more E's for the 4th bar, 1 B and another E, all 2nd fret of either the D or A strings respectively. Then the 5th bar of the chorus and the 6th bar are repeats of the first 2 bars, 2 C sharps, 2 G sharps, 2 C naturals, G sharp, C natural again, and then we've got this, the last 2 bars, we've got the same pattern we saw at the end of the verse, which is an E arpeggio, E, 2nd fret of the D string, C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, B, the 2nd fret of the A string, G sharp, the 4th fret of the E string, and then the open E string. And again, you'll have to mute either with your left hand or your right hand, whichever muting system you use. And that's the chorus. The first time round, the chorus goes straight to the guitar solo, which is the one other part of the song to look at. Let's go look at the guitar solo. The guitar solo, another 8-bar section. Play it through the metronome and we'll talk through it note by note. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you should have heard some patterns that you recognise there. The last 4 bars are built up of patterns that we've already played in the tune. So you've only effectively got to learn the first 4 bars. Okay, the first bar is a simple walking pattern in A. You're probably familiar with kind of the sound of. It's A, 5th fret of the E string, C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, E, 7th fret of the A string, F sharp, 4th fret of the D string. Then the next bar is octave A, the 7th fret of the D string, back to F sharp, 4th fret of the D string, back to E, 7th fret of the A string, back to C sharp, 4th fret of the A string. Then the third bar starts on E, 7th fret of the A string, C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, B, 7th fret of the E string, G sharp, 4th fret of the E string. Then the 4th bar, we've got an open E, and that allows us to move our left hand back to get the next note, which is G sharp, 4th fret of the E string, B, 2nd fret of the A string this time, C sharp, 4th fret of the A string as well, and that's the first 4 bars. I'll play them through slowly. And notice that open E string allows us to slide the hand down so we can shift hand position. The last 4 bars These are all patterns you've learnt before in other sections. Basically what you've got is the 2 bars from the start of the verse. That's F sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp. Then you've got B, A, G sharp, F sharp. And then you've got the descending E major arpeggio, which ends every section of this tune. E, C sharp, B, G sharp, and the stab on E. So put those sections together, play them in the appropriate order, and you can get through the tune.